Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome, and hope your day is going well. Time for Strat-O-Matic baseball. I'm Spokane Steve, of course. And today's game will be the St. Louis Cardinals at the Philadelphia Phillies. That's the first of a three-game series. Phillies on a three-game winning streak. Cardinals have dropped two straight. On the mound today, Curt Simmons for St. Louis. As you can see by his card, he'll finish the year with the Cubs. And right-hander Rick Wise starting for the Phillies. Excuse me. Phillies in third place, 31-21. Cardinals trying to get back to 500, 24-26 on the year. Hello to Frank and hello to Franklin. Frank's game, the Phillies pounded the Cardinals 10-5. Cardinals won in real life in a close one, 5-4. And hello to Franklin, replaying the Orioles' 57 season, the year of his birth, on Out of the Park 26 system. Orioles started out 3-3. I don't remember what they were in real life in 57, Franklin. Perhaps you could enlighten us on that, or jog our memories at the very least. Okay, turning to the game, let's take a look at the starters first of all. Pitching cards look pretty evenly matched. Simmons on the season, 1-3 with a 4.88 ERA. He's made 8 relief appearances. This is just his fourth start, only 27 2/3 innings so far for Simmons. And welcome into Blaine Shores. I don't recognize the name. Forgive me if I'm wrong, Blaine, but welcome to the chat. Glad to have you. Looking at Wise, he's been fantastic, mostly out of the bullpen, of course. He's been in 15 games, just 2 starts. He's 3-1 with 3 saves and a fine 2.45 ERA in 33 innings of work. And, oh, wait a minute. Thank you, Frank. I was reading that wrong. So both were close games. By both, I mean real life, Cardinals 5-4, and in your pre-play, Phillies 6-5. Hello, Kelly. Welcome. So Wise, the right-hander, getting loose, and let's go over the lineup for St. Louis. This is weird for me, too, because I tend to think of Wise as being a Cardinal, but he was still on the Phillies then. Wise, of course, involved in a trade I'm sure the Phillies would love to have back. That involved the Hall of Famer Steve Carlton. Good old lefty. Hello, Unmitigated. Well, good to have you, Blaine. Great bunch of guys here in the chat. And the conversations, as you probably know, sometimes can veer all over the place. Cardinals will have Lou Brock leading off in left field. Phil Gagliano at third base once again. He's been playing quite a bit lately. Curt Flood in center field hits third. Tito Francona at first base. Tim McCarver will do the catching. Jerry Buchek is at second base for the second game in a row. Bobby Tolan back in the lineup in right field, which I'm sure everybody's excited about. Del Maxfield at short, and Simmons the pitcher. And that brings us right about up to game time here. And there's Jeffrey Guterman. Hello, Jeffrey. I just discovered your latest game this morning. I was going to mention that too. It looks like it's 4 days old, but Jeffrey rolled a game here recently, and I made a comment after watching the game. Anyway, great to see you rolling again. Let me get a drink of water. Oh my. Yes, I too have missed your games. Okay, we got the lineups. Wise is ready to go. Let's go over the particulars here. Home plate umpire will be Bill Williams. Tom Gorman at first, Tony Benzone at second, Lee Wire down at third. Just under 18,000 in the ballpark for this one. And here's Lou Brock to start things off. Excuse me. Brock hitting .265, 6 home runs, 24 RBIs. Rick Wise into the windup. Here we go now. It's a 6-7. Grounder to second base X. Tough chance for Cookie Rojas, a good second baseman. 2E15. 2 is left on a 10. That'll be the E range. It's a dreaded 2 on a 15. This could be trouble. It'll go to the white die. One base error only on a 1. However, on a 6, he makes the play and throws him out. Fine play by Cookie Rojas to start things off. So 4-3X. Brock is retired. Brock also leads the National League in stolen bases with 21. And here's the third baseman now, Phil Gagliano, hitting just .196 so far, looking for his first home run. The pitch from Rick Wise is going to be a .310 right-handed. He lifts it the other way to right field, easy play for Callison, and he puts it away for out number 2. Here's Curt Flood, 2 down, nobody on. Flood hitting .274, 3 home runs, 16 RBIs. The pitch from Wise on a 3-7, a little comebacker. Wise snares it, takes a couple steps towards first, and tosses it to Keene to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cardinals. After half an inning, it's St. Louis nothing. Philadelphia coming to bat against Curt Simmons. And yes, Keene at first base today. We'll get more into that in a minute as I give you the Phillies lineup. Cookie Rojas at second base starts it off. Johnny Callison in right field. Dick Grote at third base. Dick Allen is in left field hitting cleanup. Harvey Keene at first base in the 5 spot. Bob Uecker, old favorite of everyone, will do the catching, batting 6th. Bobby Wine at short. Jackie Brandt in center field hits 8th, and Wise the pitcher 9th. All righty, here we go. Simmons ready to go to work. Cookie Rojas steps in. Rojas hitting .248, 3 homers, 19 RBIs. The left-hander into the windup. Pitch is a .311 left-handed. A grounder to first. Keene has it. Underhands to Simmons, covering, and there's one away. And we welcome in Kathy Harden. Hello, Kathy. How are you doing? Been a while. The days of Wine and Rojas. Yeah, I absolutely love that. Callison hitting .296, 6 home runs, 34 RBIs. Lefty-lefty matchup. Simmons with a 1-6 left-handed. He walks him. Callison with the walk. Let's check the battery now. Simmons a 0 hold. McCarver a -1. So Callison not held at 14. They're going to hold him on at 12. And the batter will be Dick Grote. Grote hitting just .212. 1 home run, 18 RBIs. From the stretch, it's going to be a 6-6 right-handed. Grounder to short. Wine has it. Goes to Rojas for 1. To Keene, not in time. That'll be a 6-4 force. Excuse me. Callison erased. Grote takes over at first base, and with 2 down, it's the dreaded Dick Allen. I say dreaded because what a season. 317, 40 homers, 75 extra base hits, 110 RBIs, all in 524 at-bats, and in the replay so far, a 388 average, 12 home runs, 31 RBIs in just 121 at-bats. And his card against lefties, just fearsome. Simmons is, of course, a lefty, and here comes the pitch to Allen. It's going to be a 5-6 right-handed. He pops him up. Wine waving his arms, he puts it away, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, a man left, and we're scoreless after an inning. Dick Allen, a sight no left-handed pitcher, wants to see you. Why is able to, Simmons able to pop him up. That takes us to, well, my throat today. Excuse me, let me get a drink of water. Very hot today, but very pleasant inside the apartment. And Tito Frank, oh man, come on. Tito Francona will lead it off. Francona hitting 175, just 7 for 40. He hasn't played much. He does have a home run. Pitch from Wise is a 6-5 left-handed grounder to shortstop X. Into the hole goes Wine, a fine fielder, 2E22. Here's the play on a 15. He's there, long throw in time. Nice play, Bobby Wine, 6-3 X. 1 away, and here's Tim McCarver. I've got something in my throat. I apologize. We'll work it out. Here's McCarver hitting 333 on the year. 3 home runs, 25 RBIs. Wise with the windup. The pitch is a 2-8 right-handed, and he bangs that into right field for a single. First hit of the game for either side. And McCarver, a rare catcher with a star stealing rating. So let's check the battery for Philadelphia now. Wise a -2. Euchre a +1, so the battery -1, McCarver 14, he'll be held on at 12. And here's the second baseman, Jerry Buchek. Buchek, the leading hitter on the team. Actually, he's tied with McCarver at 333. Micro percentage points ahead. 2 homers, 24 RBIs. 1 down, Wise out of the stretch, runner being held. It's a 3-9, and that's a single into right field. They're waving McCarver to third, and he'll go all the way to third on the base hit by Jerry Buchek. Cardinals with runners at the corners, 1 down. And here's Bobby Tolan. Bobby Tolan must have bribed Red Shane Deans because he's back in the lineup. Tolan, 6 for 62 on the season. Holy crap, that's an .097 average. And to make matters worse, he's a poor bunter. Okay, he's hitting away. 3-7 right-handed. Grounds it to Rojas. He goes to Wine for 1. On to Keene. Double play. So Bob Tolan, the rally killer, ends the second for St. Louis. No runs, 2 hits, and a man left. And Blaine Shore's working on a project here out of the park with the 120 World Series champions in one massive league. Wow. Well, Blaine, you'll have to keep us posted on that one for sure. What an undertaking. I think that's something we've all thought about doing. I know I have. Of course, I don't have all the years. Hello, Colin. Hello, Unmitigated. Exactly, Unmitigated. Unmitigated says, Tolan back in the doghouse after just one at bat. And isn't that the truth? Bottom of the second, Harvey Keene will lead it off. Keene hasn't played much. He's 13 for 39, a 333 average. Simmons into the windup now. The pitcher's a 4-7 righty, and he walks him. A leadoff walk to Harvey Keene to start the bottom of the second. Keene, very slow. Here is Euchre. Bob Euchre, a fan favorite, whether it be at home or on the road. And he's batting .292 so far with 3 home runs and 15 RBIs. Facing the lefty, the pitch from the stretch on a 1-6, he lifts it to center field. That's playable for Flood, who glides over and puts it away. That'll bring up the shortstop, Bobby Wine. Wine hitting .286, 7 RBIs, no home runs. From the stretch, it's a 3-7 left-handed. It's a grounder to short. That's going to be Maxville to Buchek to Francona, double play. 6-4-3, that retires the side. So turnabout is fair play as the Cardinals turn a double play to end the second inning as well. And we're scoreless after 2. Y is ready to work the third. Dal Maxville will lead it off. Maxville's been hot ever since working his way into the lineup. 18 for 52 now, a 346 average. The pitch from Y. That's going to be a 2-11 right-handed, and that's banged into right field for a base hit. Now Maxville's hot hitting ways continue. -1 battery. Nah. Simmons, a left-handed hitting pitcher, a C-bunter. He squares the bunt. 7C, that's going to get the job done. That'll move Maxville into scoring position. One down, and here's the top of the order, Lou Brock. Brock 0 for 1. Wow, Blaine, that is impressive. 10 divisions of 12 teams, 185 game season that will lead up to a 32-team playoff tournament. I like the way you set that up. Here's the pitch to Brock. 4-2 left-handed. That's going to be a fly to center. Jackie Brandt is there, and the runner will hold, and there's 2 down. Here's Phil Gagliano now, 0 for 1. Wise checks the runner. Comes to the plate, 2-8 right-handed. Grounder to short. Routine for Bobby Wine, who throws him out to retire the side. No runs, a hit, 1 left, and we are scoreless after 2.5. It's madness, I tell you. That's from something. I can't put my finger on quite what. I have to admit, this is one of those matchups that throws me because when I see Rick Wise on the mound, I really have to do a double look to see which team he's pitching for. Because again, in my mind, I always picture Rick Wise as a Cardinal. That's how I was used to seeing him, of course. Jackie Brandt will lead off the bottom of the third. Looking for Brandt's numbers. Wow, 299 average. No home runs, but 14 RBIs. The left-hander into the windup. That's going to be a 1-7 left-handed. A single to 13, liner towards second. Here's the play. Just does get it through the infield and into left for a single. Leadoff single for Jackie Brandt. That's the first Philly hit of the day. And here's Wise, a right-handed hitter. He's a D bunter, and he squares to lay it down here. Here's the bunt. It's going to be a 7D, and that's good enough to advance the runner. So a nice sacrifice by Wise. That pushes Brandt over to second with one down. And the batter will be Cookie Rojas. Simmons checks the runner now. The pitch to the plate is a 4-9 right-handed. Grounder towards first, single to 14. And here's the roll, and it's going to be an infield single. Knocked down by Francona. He has no play. Stopping at third, Jackie Brandt. And now it's the Phillies who have runners at the corners with one out. Johnny Callison steps into left-handed batter's box. Let's see how St. Louis is going to play this. Early in the game, they're going to play back. Simmons trying to coax a double play out of Callison. Here's the pitch on a 1-6 lefty, and he walks him to load him up. So Simmons in trouble now here in the bottom of the third. Bases loaded, one out. Dick Grote at the plate. Looming on deck, Dick Allen. Wow, and you've already played 113 games, so you're well into this, Blaine. 17 Astros keeping pace with the 36 Yankees. Bases loaded, one down. Dick Grote at the plate. Infield definitely back. Simmons looking to get a ground ball. Here's the pitch to Grote. It's a 2-6 left-handed. High and deep to left field. That's going to be over Brock's head for extra bases. Here comes Brandt to score. Rojas will score. Callison rounding. 15. Brock a +1, 60. And they're going to wave him in. They're throwing. Throw to the plate. He scores. And on a 10, Grote takes third on the throw. A bases clearing double by Dick Grote. And the Phillies take a 3-0 lead. 3 big ribeye steaks for Dick Grote. Grote at third, now trailing by 3. They'll pull the infield in with a runner on third and one down. The pitch to Dick Allen, 6'10 right-handed. It's a fly to center field X. The roll, just a formality. Curt Flood, a 1-0. Will it be deep enough? On a 1, Flood back. A fantastic running catch going away. But that's good enough for Grote to tag up and score. Well, that's a web jam for sure by Flood. Grote scores on the play, and it's 4-0 Phillies. For Simmons, almost a personal victory to get Allen just to hit a deep fly ball. But it's 4-0 Phillies, 2 down, and here's Keane. The pitch to Keane is a 6'3 right-handed fly left field X. Tough chance for Brock. He's a 320. Brock ranging to the gap on a 7, and he makes a fine running catch to retire the side. Nice play by Brock. So the Cardinals flashing some leather there in the outfield. A couple of fine plays. But nevertheless, the Phillies plate 4 runs on 3 hits. Nobody left on. Okay, I got you. So you're running the games in a simulated fashion, is that right? Similar to what I do sometimes with the autoplay feature of the Strat-O-Matic Windows game. Rick Wise takes the mound here in the fourth, stake to a 4-run lead. Kurt Flood will start it off. Wise, 2-6. That's going to be a double to 1. Looks like a single for Kurt Flood, and it will be a base hit. Check the battery again. -2 +1, so Flood of 14. Held on at 12, and here's Francona. I have to say, Colin, I have to say unmitigated, I could not agree more. Runner at first, nobody out. Here's the pitch to Francona. It's a 3-8 right-handed. Grounder to first base. Keen to his right. He goes down to wind for 1. Back to first, not in time. That's going to be a 3-6 force. 1 away, and here's Tim McCarver. McCarver singled his first time up. And here comes the pitch from Wise. It's 2-2 right-handed. Liner to second. Flips to Keen. Double play. Francona straight too far off the off the bag. And it's a Lomax. McCarver absolutely scalded that ball, but right at Rojas. Keen was leaning the wrong way. And the result, a line-out double play. No runs a hit, nobody left on. Through 3.5, Rick Wise cruising with a 4-0 lead. Hello, Al. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Bob Uecker will lead off the fourth for the Phillies. Simmons into the windup. It's a 111 left-handed foul ball left side. Gagliano over and puts it away. Here's the shortstop now, Bobby Wine. Bounced into a double play in the second. Simmons set. The pitch is a 1-7 left-handed, and Wine a hard ground ball up the middle and through into center field for a base hit. One out single Wine. Right? Can you believe Uecker came into the game batting .292? Now that you bring that up, I got to look at the card once more. 208 in real life. Big difference. Jackie Brandt 1-for-1. Simmons from the stretch. That's going to be a 210 left-handed. Comebacker to Simmons. He whirls and fires to Maxville for 1. On to first, not in time. That'll be a 1-6 force. Wine erased. And with 2 down, the pitcher will be batting. That's Wise. Right-handed batter. On a 5-11, fly to center. Can of corn for Flood, and the side is retired. No runs a hit, 1 left. We're through 4. It's 4-0 Phillies. Okay, you know what? I'm going to take a short break. I'm already out of coffee. It's one of those days. There we go. Okay, we're back. As we go to the 5th inning. Buchek, Tolan, and Maxville for St. Louis. Buchek singled his first time up. Rick Wise into the windup. That's going to be a 6-10 right-handed. It's a grounder to first base. Keane takes it to the bag. One down, and here's Bobby Tolan. Wise into the windup. That's going to be a 5-6 lefty. He lifts it to right field and playable for Callison. He's there, and there's 2 down quickly. Wise not messing around with a 4-run lead. He's coming right after him here today. And with 2 away, Dal Maxville will be the hitter. He's 1 for 1. 5-9 right-handed. That's going to be hit high and deep to center. That's over Jackie Brandt's head. That's going to roll to the wall. Maxville rounds at second and then thinks better of it. And he'll hold with a stand-up double. Maxville 2 for 2. Here's Simmons in the 5th. 6-inning endurance. Take a look at the St. Louis pen. It's not a deep bunch. I think they need to get more out of Simmons. He's going to hit on a 5-10 righty. Fly to center and shallow. On comes Jackie Brandt. Just does catch up with it. Simmons almost dunked one in there, but Brandt makes the catch to retire the side. And we're halfway through in a 4-0 game. Phillies ahead. Really on the fence about pinch hitting for him there, but the pitchers, the first guy in with all the righties coming up was going to be Don Dennis. And you probably remember the last time we brought Dennis into the game. I know I certainly do, and that's why I let Simmons bat. Not really fair, though, is it? I mean, Dennis, he's not that bad, is he? I mean, he wasn't good. He's terrible against lefties, but he's okay against righties. Okay, top of the order for the Phillies. Rojas 1 for 2. Simmons gets the sign. The windup and the pitch is a 1-12. Ground ball to short, fielded by Maxville. Throws across to Francona, 1 down. That would ruin his image. Callison's walked both times today. Simmons into the windup. Pitch to Johnny's a 2-8 left-handed. Called strike 3. That's the first strikeout for Simmons, I believe. Yes, it is. So Callison rung up by Bill Williams, the home plate umpire. With 2 down, here's Dick Grote. Simmons gets the sign. The pitch is a 3-4 left-handed. He pops him up. Third base side, Gagliano will take it. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Simmons. 5 innings complete. It's 4-0 Phillies. A repeat announcement for those of you who missed it yesterday. There will be a game tomorrow, and then I'll be taking 3 days off for family and the celebration of life for my mom. That's on Saturday. And if everything goes as planned, I'll be back with you on Monday. There's an outside chance I could be here on Sunday, but I expect most of the out-of-towners will still be here on Sunday, so I'm not going to schedule that. If it happens, it happens. Okay, where are we now? Bear with me a moment while I tilt this a little bit. There we go. Line it up a little better. Four to nothing Phillies. We move along to the sixth inning. Top of the order for St. Louis. Lou Brock 0 for 2 on the day. Rick Wise into the windup. This is the first endurance inning for Wise, by the way. And here's the pitch to Brock. It's a 3-8 righty, and Brock lines one into right field for a base hit. Anytime Lou Brock reaches base, you got to check the battery. -118 held on at 16. And he's going to roll for that lead, 2 through 7. 3, he's got it. 1 to 16, the throw down from Euchre. He's stolen it on a possible overthrow. Where is Euchre? He's a 1 to 10 overthrow. Here's the throw. He does not overthrow. So stolen base for Brock, his major league leading 22nd of the season. And here's the next pitch to Gagliano. 5-8 right-handed. That could be extra bases. Double to 12. That's going to be a long single for Gagliano. Brock scores easily on the single. And it's 4-1. And now one more hit or walk will fatigue Rick Wise. So Wise sailing along, and just like that, he's in trouble. Out to the mound goes Euchre. Early in the game, right-hander Ray Herbert begins to toss. Give me just a minute here while I check some usage numbers. And he's joined there by Larry Jackson. So 2 right-handers. Thank you, Colin. Mookie's been very quiet today. He's sacked out. Gagliano at first, nobody out. Here's Flood. He's 1 for 2. One more hitter walk will fatigue Wise. The pitch is a 4-9 right-handed. That's a single to 18, liner towards third. Here's the roll. That's going to be an infield single for Flood. And 3 consecutive hits. That's going to send Gene Mauch out to the mound in a 4-1 game. Tito Francona will come to the plate representing the tying run. So that's going to be it for Wise. Man, it goes fast, doesn't it? Right on cue, at least according to his endurance rating. Wise fatigues in the 6th. 5+, 8 hits, 1 run so far. 2 runners on are his responsibility. He has not walked a man. And he also did not strike out anybody. So early in the game, they're going to go to Larry Jackson as the long man. Jackson's been in 9 games, only 2 of them out of the pen. He's made 7 starts, and he's 2-0 with a 4.23. Jackson taking his warm-ups. Francona waiting. Now we're set. First and second, nobody out. Here's the pitch to Tito Francona. It's a 1-8 right-handed, called strike 3. Home plate umpire rings him up. 1 down, and here's Tim McCarver. Big chance here for St. Louis in the 6th. Larry Jackson trying to snuff out the rally. The pitch to McCarver is a 6-12 left-handed. It's a grounder, pitcher X. 3E34 for Jackson, and here's the play. Hold your breath. 334 on a 15 E range. It's a 6 on a 34, and that, of course, is going to be an error on Larry Jackson, and the bases will be loaded. McCarver now the tying run at first base, still only 1 out, and here's Jerry Buchek. Taking a long look at this now to see how the Phillies want to play it. And you regulars know what I'm really looking most at are how many ground ball A's are on Buchek's card. He's got quite a few. They're going to be at double play depth. Jackson trying to coax the ground ball. 6-11 right-handed, grounder to short B. That's going to be Wine to Rojas to Keene, not in time. So on the force play, another run will score. And that's a 6-4 force. McCarver erased. Gagliano comes in to score, and Flood goes to third, and it's a 4-2 ball game. Give Buchek an RBI. RBI number 25 for Jerry Buchek. And with 2 down, it'll be up to Bobby Tolan. Too early to hit for Tolan the way I play it, so he'll have to bat. Here's the pitch on a 5-9 lefty, swung on and missed, strike 3. And the Cardinals settle for 2 runs, 3 hits, single, I gotta recreate this now, single steal, RBI single, single at the corners, 1 of the runs unearned. And we can close the book on Wise. He gives up 2 runs, 1 earned. After 5.5, it's 4-2 Phillies. Tolan the rally killer. I think I speak for everybody when I say that hopefully it'll be a long time before we see Tolan in the lineup again. Yeah, if it were the 7th, I probably would have pinch hit for him. Simmons, if you throw out the 3rd inning, has actually pitched very well. This is his first endurance inning, by the way. Dick Allen 0 for 1 with a sac fly. Simmons into the windup. That's going to be a 4-9 right-handed grounder to first, single to 14. Here's the roll. That is a base hit for Dick Allen. Allen a star 15. 14 held on at 12, and here's Harvey Keene. Man, Don Dennis throwing again in the St. Louis pen. Here's the pitch to Keene. It's a 4-5 right-handed grounder to short X. This could be 2. Wine a 222. Excuse me. Maxville a 228. Here's the play on a 15. It's Maxville to Buchek to Francona, double play. 6-4-3-X, fine play by Dal Maxville. 2 out, nobody on, and here's Bob Uecker. How about that, Al? Thank you for that bit of information there. They're almost the same guy. Simmons pitched to Euchre. It's a 5-7 right-handed, and that's a base hit into right field. Euchre, a little excuse me swing. It's going to drop in front of Tolan. And that double play looming large now in this inning. Here's the shortstop, Bobby Wine. Bobby 1 for 2. That's right, Bill, he will. And it was it 70 or 72? He had a really good season one of those years, maybe both of those years. Simmons pitched to Wine on a 3-9 left-handed, a grounder down to third. Gagliano fields it, goes the short way to Buchek for the force, and that'll do it. No runs, 2 hits, a man left. We're through 6 in a 4-2 game. Anybody's game as we enter the last third. Now I can't help but wondering what kind of a year Tolan had in 67, so bear with me. I'm going to take a look at Bobby Tolan's career here very quickly. He was decent in 67. Big year in 69 and 70. Hit over 300 both years. Missed all of 71 due to an injury, and then had a solid year in 72. Hitting .283. In 1970, he led the National League in stolen bases with 57. Hello, Gerald, and Mookie says hi as well. Larry Jackson coming out for his second inning of work. It'll be Maxville, a pinch hitter, and Brock. Maxville 2 for 2 so far as Jackson goes into the windup. The pitch is a 4-9 right-handed, and that's a base hit into left for Maxville, who's 3 for 3 today. Maxville came into the game hitting .346 and went 3 for 3. On the card, .244. And now we'll have a pinch hitter for Simmons. Not a lot of at-bats for Maxville. Very, very small sample size. Simmons goes 6 innings today. 6 hits. 4 runs. He walked 3, and he struck out just the 1. I'm tempted to go to Woodashik, but we're going to go to Dennis. So Don Dennis will get another chance, largely because Dick Allen. Pinch hitter will be Charlie Smith. Smith batting .320 on the season. 4 home runs, 15 RBIs. Pretty much the regular third baseman. Although Gagliano's been playing there the last few games. Runner at first not being held. Jackson takes to Smith from the stretch on a 1-3 as a grounder wide of first. Keene has it. Only play is to Jackson, and Maxville takes second. That'll bring up Lou Brock, who's 1 for 3. Jackson's pitch is a 6-4 left-handed, a grounder to shortstop X. That will be Wine, 222. Wine ranging behind the bag. It's the E range on a 5. 22 on a 5. That's going to be an error on Wine. E6. Second Philly error of the day. Maxville stops at third, and the tying runs are aboard here in the 7th. And Ray Herbert is joined by Darrell Knowles. In fact, Herbert sits down. Knowles and Terry Fox begin to throw, a lefty and a righty. Jackson rated 3 for relief endurance. And the batter Gagliano 1 for 3 today. Infield at double play depth. As Jackson delivers the pitch, 5-6 right-handed. That's going to be a base hit into left center. Triple on a 1. It's a 2-star single. Scoring is Maxville. All the way to third goes the speedy Lou Brock, and it's a 1-run ball game. And here comes Mock, and that's going to do it for Jackson. We're going to look for a double switch here now as Darrell Knowles jogs in. Almost have to do it for Keene, don't we? Let's see what they've got at short. You don't really have another good shortstop. First base seems the best place to do it, actually. Now I've got this all screwed up. Allen. Okay, so the pitcher's spot will go after Allen. And in the 9 spot, we'll go Bill White. He'll take over at first base. There's Bill White, 1E10. So 1 1/3 for Jackson, 2 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Curt Flood is the batter. 4-3 Phillies. Tying run at third base. Go ahead run at first base. Let's check Gagliano's running. No threat to run. And the Phillies pull the infield in. Knowles ready to work now. The pitch to Curt Flood is a 112 left-handed, and he hits him. He'll take his base. Gagliano jogs to second. And the bases are loaded. And we've got ourselves a hell of a ball game here. Phillies led it 4-0 through 5. Cardinals plated 2 in the 6th. And they've got a hell of a rally going here in the 7th. 1 run across, bases loaded, 1 out, and Tito Francona will be called back. And here comes Orlando Cepeda. He would stay in at first base. I thought about that for a moment, unmitigated. Rojas passable at short at a 348. But for me, when I have a good defensive shortstop, it's very hard for me to take him out. Here's Orlando Cepeda with the bases full, nowhere to put him. Knowles into the full windup. Here's the pitch to Orlando. It's a 2-4. It's a fly ball to right field B question mark. Brock can tag 17-19. Callison -4 gun. 15. He's the tying run. They're going to send him. The throw to the plate. What a freaking throw by Johnny Callison to nail Lou Brock at the plate. And that's the inning. Holy cow. So Cepeda hit it to right, what appeared to be deep enough for the speedy Brock, but Johnny Callison uncorks a missile and just does gun him out at the plate. The Cardinals settle for 1 run on 2 hits. And it's a 4-3 ball game, and the Cardinal fans have to be disappointed in that. Looked like they were certainly going to get more than 1 run out of that inning. Did Brock even slide? Maybe he just tried to bowl Euchre over, but Euchre, flashing a Miller Lite in one hand, distracted him and was able to put on the tag. And it's going to be Brant White Rojas now against Don Dennis. Okay. And we have a 68 reference about Brock. Please elaborate, Bill. I'm stupefied on that one, unfortunately. Oh, that's the unmitigated. I get it now. Did Brock slide? Okay, it's all clear. Here's Jackie Brandt to lead off the bottom of the 7th. Don Dennis into the windup. Here's the pitch to Brandt on a 4-7 right-handed grounder to short. Routine for Maxville. Throws him out, 1 down. Now instead of the pitcher, it's going to be Bill White. White among the National League RBI leaders with 48, 268 average, and 10 home runs. The pitch from Dennis is a 3-8 righty. That's a base hit into right field. Holy cow, so you got white at 17. 20, held at 18. He's going to roll for the lead. 4 or a 6. 3, he does not get it. Here's the next pitch to Cookie Rojas. It's a 111 right-handed. That's a base hit up the middle. Rounding is white. 15 to third, Flood a 0. Phillies are sending him. And St. Louis really has no choice but to cut it off and hold Rojas at first. And that's going to do it for Dennis. Yeah, you knew he was going to be on a short leash anyway. Oh my goodness, I'm negligent. They're going to bring in Woodashik. Probably should have done that anyway. Dick Allen or no Dick Allen. And while Woodashik gets loose, we're going to take a delayed but not denied look at Mookie. Mookie. Hello? Mookie. Mookie. Meow. 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 Yeah, I did too. We're all guilty. Mookie. Mook, look over here. What are you looking at? Well, look at that. You can see those leaves. 91, but it looks like a nice breeze. Let's see what he's doing here. Hi, Mook. What's happening? Just cleaning up. Oh, yeah, it's a good one, buddy. I faked him out. We did it together. We faked him out. So he was probably just laying there asleep at the actual 7th inning stretch. Then when I failed to interrupt his nap, he figured I'm safe now. What did I do? Hit this thing again? Okay, I'm a mess today, aren't I? Now I got to figure out where we were. First and third, 1 out. Left-hander Woodashik brought in to face the left-handed hitter Johnny Callison. No. Yes, that's right. Woodashik 2-1, 3.04 ERA, 24 innings of work. Let's see how the Cardinals are going to play this now. Runners at the corners, one down. They're going to pull the infield in. Phillies lead at 4-3. Woodashik. I guess we better take a look at Rojas. Rojas, no threat to run. Infield in, the pitch to Callison on a 3-4. Called, strike 3. It's a tweener there, right in his good calling. And the home plate umpire rings him up. Dick Grote will be the hitter now. Dick Allen in the on-deck circle. Woodashik certainly does not want to face Dick Allen, especially not with two men on. Grote 1 for 3 with a bases clearing double. Woodashik gets the sign. It's going to be a 5-6 right-handed. Grounder to third. Gagliano goes down to Buchek for the force. And Woodashik pitches out of the jam. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. Boy, I tell you what, I don't know about you guys, but I'm at the point where I'm afraid to bring that Don Dennis in even against a right-hander. It really shouldn't be that way, but I have to admit I am. After 7 complete, it's Phillies 4, Cardinals 3. It's anybody's ball game here as we go to the 8th. Darryl Knowles on the mound. McCarver, Buchek, and a pinch hitter do. You better believe it. Here's the pitch to McCarver. 1-7 left-handed, a grounder to second. Rojas scoops it up. Flips it over to White, 1 down. Now he's crapped out again. Mookie, that is. Buchek 1 for 3. Knowles into the windup. That's going to be a 5-4 right-handed. That's catcher's card. That'll be Euchre. Euchre a 2E6. Here's the play on a 9. It's the E range. A 7 on an E6. A little number in front of the plate. Euchre pounces on it like a cat and throws him out. And now we're going to have a pinch hitter for Tolan. Especially against he would have been a pinch hitter even against a righty, but especially against a lefty. Tolan's out. Mike Shannon grabs a bat. Shannon hitting .264, 4 home runs, 10 RBIs, just 87 at-bats for Shannon. Knowles into the windup. It's a 5-2 righty, and he loses in ball 4. A tying run aboard with 2 away. Shannon with good speed on the bases. Knowles with a solid -2 hold. Euchre a +1, so 14. Shannon will be held on at 12, representing the tying run. And here's Dal Maxville, who's 3 for 3 today. Runner being held. Knowles from the stretch. Pitch to Maxville on a 1-6. He lifts a lazy fly ball to center. Jackie Brandt is under it. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, a man left. Shannon stays in the game in right field. Where he is a 2E5 with a -2 arm. And the left-hander will pitch to Dick Allen. They don't have anybody better unless, of course, they go to the stopper Horner. And frankly, there's not a huge difference between Woodashik and Horner. So Allen 1 for 3. Woodashik pitching carefully. Count runs full, and the 5-4 is a catcher's card X. That's Euchre. No, it's not. I'm sorry. That's McCarver. Excuse me. Get in the game, Steve. My delayed 7th inning stretch has me rattled. 3-3 for McCarver. On a 1, it's a foul out to the catcher. McCarver makes the play. So Woodishick gets Allen. Batter is Knowles. Let's see who's due up for St. Louis. Pinch hitter. Left, right, right, right. Probably going to go to Fox anyway for the save, so they'll pinch hit here. One 2/3 for Knowles. No hits, no runs. 1 walk, 1 hit batter. No strikeouts. 1 run charge to Larry Jackson. And let's see what they've got. It's basically, who's at second? Buchek? Javier. Let's see here. Taylor or Lenz? It's going to be Tony Taylor. Taylor pinch hit in this game in real life. Why not? The 1 down, Tony Taylor hitting for the pitcher. Taylor on the season. Let's find his numbers here. Hitting just 188. He does have 3 home runs. Kirsten Woodishick is a 4.8 right-hander. He pops him up left side. Maxville will take it, and Tony Taylor is retired. The batter will be Euchre. The pitch from Woodishick. 2-7 lefty. Called strike 3. Home plate umpire rings him up. Euchre walks away shaking his head with a wry smile. And that will do it for the Phillies in the 8th. 4-3 to the 9th. Let's take a look at the defense. We got to get Dick Allen out of left, you know that. Wine Brandt due up. Who's at third? Groats at third. Gonzalez will take over for Allen in left. A lot of the times I'll move Allen to third. But I'm not going to take Groat out today. So Gonzalez in left, 2E5, 0 arm. Let me refresh my memory here. Let's see what else they've got. Clemens. Lenz can play second or third. And that'll do it. On comes the righty, Terry Fox. 4-3 headed to the 9th inning. I want to thank everybody for watching. Boy, that's seven. I think that's 7 losses in a row for the Dodgers now. They are really in a funk. Anyway, hello, Dan, and welcome. And since you brought it up, man, did I enjoy, and I'm a Dodger fan, mind you, did I enjoy watching Mizorowski pitch yesterday? Oh, my God, that was something. Might be one of the most, well, it is one of the most, it might be the most entertaining game I've seen this season. Let me make sure I'm live here, actually. Looks like we are. Okay, Fox. It'll be a pinch hitter to lead off for St. Louis. Fox with the Phillies, 2-1 with a pair of saves, a 4.50 ERA. And St. Louis is going to the bench. Not a whole lot there, especially against a righty. Do you try to get on with Javier? Or hope to catch lightning in a bottle with Spezio? That's what I'm going to do. Ed Spezio will be the hitter. Spezio 2 for 10 so far as a pinch hitter. Fox gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Spezio. It's a 4-9 right-handed fly ball to left field. That's going to be playable for Gonzalez, who puts it away, 1 down. So he hit it in the air, but not nearly deep enough. And now here's Lou Brock. Brock 1 for 4, reached on an error. Stole a base, scored a run, and then was gunned down at the plate with what would have been the tying run at the time on a rifle throw from Johnny Callison in right field. Fox studying the sign. It's a 3-10 right-handed, and that's a base hit into right field. Double on a 1. That's going to be a single for Brock, and you know what that means. Single for Brock is almost a double. Fox -2, Euchre +1. That's 18 held at 16. Brock rolling for the lead, 2 through 7. 8, he doesn't get it. So what is he on the back number? 15, 14, 10. 10 held on, so no chance to steal. Gagliano 2 for 4 on the day with 2 ribbies. Fox out of the stretch. 3-12 righty. It's a liner to third. Single on a 1 only. Caught by Dick Grote. So Gagliano hit it on a line, but right at the third baseman, Grote, and now St. Louis down to their final out in the form of Curt Flood. Crowd on their feet. Fox takes a deep breath, shakes one off, now nodding. The pitch to Flood. 5-7 right-handed, grounder second base X. Tough chance for Rojas, 215. Ranging to his left on a 4. Diving stop to his feet, throws him out, and Rojas, with a magnificent web gem of a play, robs Curt Flood of a base hit to end the game. Oh my, what a play to end the game on. And he gets a well-deserved round of applause from the home crowd. Cookie Rojas may have very well saved the game with an incredible play at second base. So the defense for the Phillies, huge today. We have that great play by Rojas. Of course, Callison throwing out Brock in the plate. I sure didn't see that one coming. How about you? Fox does indeed notch the save. I got to check his overall record, though. It's his third with the Phillies. Let's find Fox here. He had... both of his saves came with the Phillies. So that's his third save. Fox pitched 34 innings for Detroit, wasn't it? I think it was Detroit. You'll correct me if I'm wrong. So a hell of a good game today. 4-3 is the final. Phillies hold on. They led 4-0. Cardinals made it a game. Player of the game, unmitigated, says Euchre just because. See, they led all the way, so Wise gets the win. He's 4-1 now. Simmons, the loss, drops to 1-4. Let's see, Woodashik came in here. 5 up, 5 down for Woodashik with 2 Ks. We got another guy for Euchre. He was only 1 for 4 with a single. Come on, guys. Well, I'm looking at it now, Al, and yeah, I see what you mean. Okay, let's clean that up a little bit. It may as well be the other, the way he's pitched. Yeah, I'm leaning towards Grote as well. Bases clearing double. That was the play. I mean, hell. You could go with Callison, even though he walked twice and struck out twice. His throw was probably the play of the game. Big game for Dal Maxville on the losing end. Without a real standout, I've got to go with Grote. He knocked in 3 of the 4 runs. And scored the other. So there you have it. What the hell's going on here? Where's my schedule? Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon and for the rest of my life. I would swear that he had one. Euchre had a player in the game. Yeah, he had a game where he actually had a few hits. There it is. Phillies 4 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. Cardinals 3 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Phillies have won 4 straight now. Tomorrow's game will be Atlanta at Pittsburgh. Ken Johnson for the Braves, Bob Veal for the Pirates. And then I'll be off for a few days. So be sure to join me tomorrow, 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern, for Braves at Pirates. Thanks again, everybody. You've been great. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, everyone.